You may think your bank is just a safe place to stash your cash, but behind those marble counters and shiny pens are secrets your banker would rather you never discover. Imagine this. Every time you swipe your card, take out a loan, or even plop your paycheck into a savings account, the bank is quietly profiting off your habits. And trust me, they're counting on you not to realize how the system works in their favor. But today, we're turning the tables. You're about to learn 5 money secrets bankers hope to keep hidden. Secrets that can transform your relationship with money and set you on the path from making them rich to building your own wealth. Let's kick things off with a harsh truth. Secret number 1. Spending stupidly makes banks rich. Think about your last splurge. Say you walked into a store and couldn't resist that shiny $1,000 designer item, but you only had $100 in your account. No problem. The bank is right there, ready to lend you that extra $900 at a massive 25% annual interest rate. To them, you're not just a customer, you're a revenue stream. Every time you choose to buy now and pay later, they cheer. That's because when you pay just the minimum on your credit card bill, interest racks up fast, scary fast. Here's a mind-blowing stat. If you had instead invested $6,000 at that same 25% annual return and left it untouched for 45 years, you wouldn't just have a tidy nest egg. You'd have over $130 million. That amount changes not just your life, but generations to come. The catch? Most people don't invest. They borrow, and banks pocket the difference. That's why the average U.S. household is saddled with more than $6,000 in high-interest credit card debt. So the next time you pull out plastic for something you can't afford, remember who gets rich. Build your own legacy instead by conquering your spending and focusing on growing your wealth, not theirs. Moving on, let's pull back the curtain on secret number 2. How banks really work. You might imagine that every dollar you deposit sits safely in a vault, waiting for you to come back for it. The truth? Fractional reserve lending means it's a very different story. Deposit $100 and the bank keeps a fraction, maybe $10, on reserve. The other $90 is shuttled off to someone else as a loan. That money then gets spent, lands in another bank, and guess what? That bank loans out $81 while keeping just a sliver on reserve. This money-go-round creates more loans, more profits, and more risk. The whole structure stands only because banks bet people won't come asking for all their money at once. If they did, the dominoes could fall. Hence, government insurance like FDIC steps in to cover up to $250,000 per account should things go south. Knowing this helps you see the system for what it is, a massive profit engine for banks fueled by your deposits. Once you understand, you can take charge of your money with eyes wide open, knowing your cash doesn't just sit safe, it's working overtime for someone else. On to secret number 3, your banker is not your financial advisor. It's a line banks love to blur. When you're excited about that new house or shiny car, your banker is right there, ready to tell you how much loan you can afford. Sounds helpful, right? But the reality is they're salespeople. And bigger loans mean bigger commissions. When you sign for a mortgage or an auto loan, the bank racks up fees and interest, while your banker gets a fat bonus. Think of it this way. It's like asking a salesperson how much you should buy. They'll always nudge you to spend more. Once your signature dries, the loan may even be sold to someone else, and your banker waves goodbye. So don't confuse convenience for expertise. It pays, literally, to educate yourself about your finances rather than trusting someone whose incentives are misaligned with your best interests. This brings us to Secret 4. Saving won't make you rich. It's advice you've heard 1,000 times from bankers. Put your money in a savings account, watch it grow, build your future. But glance beneath the surface, and the numbers tell a different story. Let's say you parked $100 in a savings account back in 2020. If you're lucky, you found a rate of 1%, though most pay even less. Fast forward 5 years, and your $100 turns into just over $105. Yet during those same 5 years, inflation might have totaled 23%. Those groceries you bought for $100 now cost $123. So yes, your account balance went up, but your purchasing power actually fell behind. Banks don't sit on piles of cash. They're out there putting money to work, lending it out, buying assets, generating real returns. They want you to save because it gives them the capital to do just that. If you want to get ahead, you'll need to invest your money, whether that's stocks, real estate, or other assets that actually outpace inflation. Lastly, here's the ultimate game changer. Secret number 5. You can own the bank. While you're settling for a paltry 0.4% in a savings account, bank shareholders are cashing in steady dividend checks and watching their investments grow. Big names like JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and TD Bank pay dividends ranging from 2.4% to almost 5%, simply for owning shares. When banks profit, you profit. That's not even counting any rise in the stock price over time. Of course, investing in stocks isn't without risk. Banks can stumble and share prices can fall. This isn't about gambling your future on a hot tip. It's about shifting your mindset. Instead of working for your money or saving it at rates that barely keep up with inflation, start thinking like an owner. The wealthy don't just use banks, they own them. They build wealth by collecting a share of the profits, not licking the crumbs from a savings account. Now you know. The financial system isn't built to make you rich. It's a machine, fine-tuned, to benefit from your spending, your savings, your borrowing, and even your blind trust. But you don't have to play by the old rules. Get conscious about your spending. Learn how the game works. Stop relying on bank salespeople for advice and start investing in assets that build real, lasting wealth. Want to keep learning? Every day, my team at Briefs Media breaks down the stock market, crypto, and the economy in a way anyone can understand with our free daily newsletter, Market Briefs. And as an extra bonus, you'll get our Investing Masterclass totally free when you sign up. The best time to stop making bankers rich and start building your own legacy is today. Take what you've learned. Take action. And let's start growing your financial future together. If you found these money secrets helpful, subscribe for more tips. Join our newsletter and don't forget to share this knowledge with someone who needs to break free from the banker's game. Remember, your financial future is in your hands, not your bank's.